Ndị be anyị ndewonu. Ọ bụ Ada Igbo na-ekwu na Igbo Media. N'Igbo Media, anyị na-ewetara unu ọtụtụ ozi gbasara ihe na-emegasị na Biafra land, n'ala Igbo na mba ndị ọzọ. N'ụbọchị nke taata, o nwere ihe bịara n'iru akwụkwọ anyị nke anyị ga-agụpụtara unu n'ụbọchị taa. Anyị gụpụtachaa ya, unu egee ya ka ọha n'uju. Ị ga-esie ya, ị drọpụọla your comment, like kwa this our video and gbasakwa ya ka o ruo ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche arụ. Ozi ewetara unu tata si n'aka otu nwanne anyị nwoke, a Biafra activist. Dịka o si wee dela ya ozi ya n'iru akwụkwọ, ọ dere sị: Breaking news: Biafra restoration confirmed as US House of Congress received Nnamdi Kanu's petition. Donald Trump finally respond to Nigerian government panic. Ya bụ ozi ka anyị ji bịa tata na Igbo Media. Ị ga-esi ya bụ ozi, gbaa mbọ gwa anyị chere ma mekwa ka ozi arute ụmụnna anyị n'ebe dị iche iche aka. Ngwa gere ya ka ọha n'uju.
Trump to the rescue of Nnamdi Kanu. There is a question mark. As Nnamdi Kanu writes USA and the world powers to intervene for his release, it is quite obvious that the judiciary of Nigeria can never do anything meaningful come 10th of October 2025. I will not waste much of our time. There is a clip I would like us to watch. Please disregard the person who made the clip, but listen to the message. You might not like the person, you might not like the profile name, you might not like what he represents, but on this, I want you to listen to him, and then whatever discussion or rather whatever opinion you have to drop over this video, please kindly drop it at the comment section. Leave sentiment. Let us face the real facts. Let's go there, and then we'll come back for more discussion.
Breaking news: Nnamdi Kanu seeks USA and world powers intervention for his unconditional release from DSS custody in Abuja. Here the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 27th of August 2025, and I have breaking information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has petitioned world powers, USA, United Kingdom, European Union, and other 18 bodies and countries to come to his rescue in the hands of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. So I don't want to talk too much because I haven't personally read the news in detail. So we are going to read it together without further ado. As you can see on your screen, I will be reading from one of the Zoom media platforms, Sahara Reporters. And according to their title, they said, Nnamdi Kanu petitions US, UK, EU, 18 others, seeks urgent intervention for his release from unlawful detention. In a petition dated August 22nd, 2025, and signed by himself from the custody of the Department of State Services DSS in Abuja, Kanu described himself as a prisoner of conscience and accused the Nigerian judiciary of enabling his prolonged unlawful detention through what he called unconstitutional and politically motivated rulings. I want you to understand that they know what we don't know. Like as I said, I don't want to talk, I don't want to analyze. Let me first of all read. If we still have time, then I will analyze it. Now, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has petitioned several foreign nations and international organizations.
លែនហើយជាមួយនឹងទូរស័ព្ទដែលនៅក្នុងដៃខ្ញុំនេះគឺមាន focal 200mm ហើយជាមួយនឹង 240mm នៅក្នុងទូរស័ព្ទនេះវាជារឿងមួយគួរឲ្យឆ្ងល់ដែរហេតុអីបានជាទូរស័ព្ទដែលតូចស្ដើងក៏ប៉ុន្តែអាចដាក់លែនដែលមាន focal ច្រើនបែបនោះនេះគឺជាបច្ចេកវិទ្យាមួយ
Organizations in Nigeria are appealing for urgent intervention to secure his release and to compel the Nigerian government to end his trial and uphold the rule of law. In a petition dated August 22, 2025, and signed by himself from the custody of the Department of State Services DSS in Abuja, Kanu described himself as a prisoner of conscience and accused the Nigerian judiciary of enabling his prolonged unlawful detention through what he called unconstitutional and politically motivated rulings. The IPOB leader addressed the petition to the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, France, the European Union, the Netherlands, Sweden, Amnesty International, the Red Cross, the African Union, ECOWAS Court, Kenya, South Africa, Norway, Denmark, Japan, Brazil, Israel, Finland, and Austria. Kanu, a dual Nigerian British citizen, said his continued detention since June 2021 violate both domestic and international legal standards. He urged the international community to pressure Nigeria to respect constitutional supremacy, judicial precedents, and international human rights treaties. The Supreme Court's lawlessness, compounded by the Court of Appeal's illegal stay of execution, undermines the rule of law, and I seek your assistance to restore justice, Kanu stated. Kanu recalled that on October 13, 2022, the Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted him, ruling that his 2021 extraordinary rendition from Kenya had violated Nigeria's Extradition Act and his constitutional right to a fair trial. On October 28, 2022, the Nigerian government obtained a stay of execution of the ruling, a decision Kanu described as alien to criminal jurisprudence, citing previous Nigerian judgments, Ejiofor vs. Federal Republic of Nigeria, Abacha vs. State, which held that liberty cannot be suspended after acquittal. He noted that from October 2022 to December 2023, he remained in detention without fresh charges for 14 months, a situation he said breaches the Nigerian Constitution, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights (ICCPR), and the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. African Charter on Human and People's Rights, which is what we always read and translate on a regular basis. On December 15, 2025, the Supreme Court overturned the acquittal and remitted the case for retrial, even while acknowledging the illegality of his rendition. Kanu argued that the ruling violated the principles of double jeopardy and exceeded the court's jurisdiction. The Supreme Court assumed jurisdiction it did not have, undermining constitutional supremacy, he said.
No. Hello everyone, my name is Mendoza and I am the third runner-up of the Kanu Business Library Writing Contest 2025. Today I would like to discuss how social ventures are proving that purpose and profit can grow side by side.
Undermining constitutional supremacy, he said. Kanu accused both the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal of undermining constitutional supremacy and engaging in political activism in his case. And engaging in political activism in his case, which is exactly what is going on as it stands today. And Britain is currently spearheading every single thing that you see going on in Biafra today, both in Biafra land and in Biafra liberation, and above all, in the case of nnamdi Kanu. Now, he described Justice Haruna Simon Samani's decision to grant a stay of execution as a barbaric assault on the rule of law. He also referenced report by the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, which he said documented systemic judicial bias against IPOB members. The IPOB leader said, this decision is a barbaric and illegal act, wholly unknown to criminal law jurisprudence anywhere in the world. It constitutes constitutional criminality of the highest order, exhibiting a shocking lack of fidelity to the Nigerian constitution. Nigerian jurisprudence unequivocally prohibits stay of execution in criminal matters, particularly when liberty is at stake. Kanu urged the United Kingdom to intervene, arguing that his detention breaches the European Convention on Human Rights (ECHR) and the UK's obligations to protect its citizens. He further called for Magnitsky-style sanction against Nigerian officials complicit in judicial lawlessness. Kanu in the petition asked the foreign missions to demand that Nigeria comply with Abacha vs. State and Ejiofor vs. Federal Republic of Nigeria by enforcing the Court of Appeals discharge retroactively to October 13, 2022, nullifying my arbitrary detention, declaring the October 28, 2022 stay illegal, and securing my immediate release. Condemning judicial lawlessness by declaring the Supreme Court reversal and the Court of Appeal stay violations of state decisions, constitutional supremacy, and ICCPR/ECHR protections, he said. Hold the UK accountable by invoking R. Evans to compel emergency diplomatic actions, including Magnitsky sanctions against complicit Nigerian officials. Escalate his case internationally by supporting referral to the ECOWAS Court, African Court, or ICC if Nigeria refuses compliance. The IPOB leader stressed the Supreme Court December 15, 2023 reversal, compounded by the Court of Appeals illegal stay of
Your home is not just a place, it's where memories are made, dreams are built, and investment yields. At CBOE Cambodia, we understand that every home has a story, and we are here to help you write yours. Our residential services include sales, rent,
illegal stay of execution on October 28, 2022, represent a systemic collapse of the rule of law in Nigeria. My 14-month arbitrary detention, enabled by UK inaction, exposes discriminatory neglect and judicial lawlessness. Your urgent intervention is critical to halt my persecution, uphold constitutional governance, and prevent my possible death in custody. Kanu was first arrested in 2015 on charges of treasonable felony and granted bail in 2017. He fled Nigeria after a military raid on his residence, but was forcibly returned from Kenya in June 2021 under disputed circumstances. His trial has since been marked by legal controversies, with critics accusing the Nigerian government of flouting judicial rulings to keep him in custody. You see, I don't want to talk too much already. I am chilled. Abatoya Wugom already. Your urgent intervention is critical to halt my persecution, uphold constitutional governance, and prevent my possible death in custody. Now, I want Finland to take this very news seriously. I want Finland to take this very news seriously. With the case of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko, the same thing that they accused him of is still the same thing that they're accusing nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria. Has nnamdi Kanu killed anyone? The answer is no. Did Simon Ekpa kill anyone? The answer is no. The issue there is that they said, we, the Biafran people, want to be free from Nigeria. That is the only crime that they have committed, which we all know that it is never a crime anywhere in the world. So please, the earlier the better. Mazi Simon Ekpa has to be released ASAP. He has to be free. He has to be free. Oh yes, he has to be free, because the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has attracted international scrutiny, yet Nigeria is not paying attention.
Okay, my good people of Biafra, the content of the video you just finished to watch, I think it's something that all of us need to worry about, because for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu raising this alarm of writing to US, UK, European Union, African Union, ECOWAS. I know it didn't start today, but this one is very, very serious. The handwriting on the wall have already shows that on the 10th of the 10th of October, there's going to be a foul play. They gave these 3 months for them to negotiate with the power that be that is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not that they are really going for any holiday. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as a wise man he is, that guy is very smart. He's even more smart than the snake. He's now beginning to seek for international involvement in the case, knowing fully well that the lawyers, the sons he hired, that they are all powerless. And anyway, I would not like to dwell much on sentiments. I would just want us to do as much as we can to make sure that this message
Ngwanụ daalụ nne nụ ụmụnne m dịka unu si na-esere anyị n'Igbo Media. Gịnị ka unu nwere ikwu na nkọwa nke unu gbasara maka ihe unu nọ n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa? Gwa anyị ife iche n'ụdị nke gị, deela ya n'akara kọmentị ka mara ihe i chere, ma chetakwa tụsaa ya bụ ozi ka o wereta ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ ntị. Ndewo na ụmụnne m, ka emesịanụ.